You don't need to fast for 48 hours to burn belly fat. In fact, you can still eat rice or potatoes every day, and your body can function as if it's in a fasting state. It sounds counterintuitive, but when you do it the right way, your insulin levels stay low, which means your body isn't locked into fat storage mode. Instead of storing energy, it keeps using fat as fuel. You don't have to deal with constant hunger stress or muscle loss like with long fasts. This isn't an extreme approach. It's a smarter way to bring your body back to its natural state, still eating but continuously burning fat. 1. Cold carb trick that stops fat storage. When you cook rice, potatoes, or pasta, and then let them cool for about 12 to 24 hours, the structure of the starch changes into something called resistant starch. Unlike regular starch, this form isn't quickly broken down into sugar in the small intestine. That means glucose doesn't rush into your bloodstream like it does with hot carbs, so your insulin levels don't spike. Instead of being used as quick energy or stored as fat, much of this starch passes through the early stages of digestion without triggering a strong response. That's why the same foods, rice or potatoes, can either lead to fat storage or help you stay in fat-burning mode depending on how you prepare them. 2. Low insulin equals fat-burning mode activated. When your insulin levels stay low and stable, your body switches into fat-burning mode instead of storing energy. Think of insulin as a switch. When its high fat burning is almost completely turned off, but when insulin drops, your body is forced to look for another fuel source, and that's your stored fat. This is why fasting works for fat loss. It keeps insulin low for extended periods. However, if you can control insulin through smarter eating, you can create the same effect without starving yourself. You still eat every day, but your body operates as if it's in a fasting state, continuously burning fat. 3. Gut signal that triggers fat burning. When you consume resistant starch, it isn't digested in the small intestine. Instead, it travels to the large intestine where your gut bacteria come into play. Their beneficial bacteria feed on this starch and produce an important compound called butyrate. This is a short-chain fatty acid that acts like a fasting signal in your body. Butyrate helps increase fat burning, improves insulin sensitivity, and even sends signals to your brain to reduce hunger. This means you're not just avoiding fat storage, you're actively turning on your body's fat-burning system in a natural and sustainable way. 4. Acid shield that controls insulin. Taking a small amount of apple cider vinegar or lemon water before a meal can create a buffer that helps control how your body handles carbohydrates. The acetic acid in vinegar and the natural acids in lemon can slow down the breakdown of starch right from the start. When carbs are digested more slowly, glucose enters your bloodstream at a steadier pace, preventing sharp insulin spikes. This helps your body stay in a more stable state and reduces the chances of storing fat after eating. With just a simple step before your meal, you can better manage your hormone response and stay in fat-burning mode longer. 5. Food order that flattens blood sugar. The order you eat matters just as much as what you eat. When you start your meal with vegetables and protein, you create a buffer in your digestive system. Fiber and protein slow down how quickly your stomach empties, which means carbohydrates are absorbed into your bloodstream much more gradually. Instead of a sharp spike in glucose, your blood sugar rises slowly, keeping insulin from surging. This significantly reduces the chance of fat storage after a meal. By simply changing the order vegetables and protein first, carbs last, you can better control your hormone response without giving up the foods you enjoy. 6.10 minute walk that locks in fat burning. Right after you eat, a simple 10 to 15 minute walk can activate a powerful mechanism in your body. When your muscles contract, they open a side door that pulls glucose directly out of your bloodstream without needing insulin. This helps clear any leftover sugar after a meal, preventing insulin from rising to handle it. As a result, your body doesn't switch into fat storage mode. Instead, you maintain a stable hormonal environment and continue burning fat naturally. With just one simple habit after each meal, you can stay in fat-burning mode for most of the day.